stream. It is a wonderful Monday evening. I hope we're all having a good day. Let me know if the... Alright, I gotta turn this down for myself. It's so loud in my ears. Let me know if the music's too quiet, game audio's a little too quiet, and I will get it fixed. But yeah, so once again, we are continuing Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney, the first game. Yeah, so we're on episode 3, the Steel Samurai case. We are about to go to trial because we learned some interesting things last time. There was a kid at the scene. He did a bunch of fun things. Well, not really fun. We met the director and the producer, and they also gave us some fun information. So, let's see if I can remember all of it. Oh, excuse me. But, yeah, buckle down, get cozy, grab a blanket, make sure you got a hydration beverage. I have water here. I got my comfy on. Let's do some lawyer stuff. October 19th, 9:42 a.m. District Court, Defendant Lobby Number 1. I'm giving up on the voices, guys. I'm sorry. Welcome, Seppo. Welcome to yet another Ace Attorney stream. I hope you have something to hydrate with. Because if not, get hydration. I know a certain someone who would yell at me if I wasn't drinking water properly. Anyway, also, I'm not going to try to do the voices. If they come out, they do. If they don't, I can barely read. I can barely read the words as is, trying to remember what accent I gave everybody. Not today. Not this game. Mr. Wright? Yes? Why do you look so unhappy? Oh, nothing. Really, it's nothing. Right, Mia? Oh, Mia, you and your testimonies. Let's go, let's fight. Uh-oh, she looks even unhappier. Phoenix? The client is now practically a dead man. Perhaps that's why I feel particularly close to him. This is no time for dead people jokes, please. I know we're going into this trial utterly defenseless. Yet, if Mr. Powers is truly innocent, we should be able to find something overlooked in the evidence to prove it. Something overlooked? You have to find something, Phoenix, today. It's that, or lose the trial. This isn't going to be easy. October 19th, 10 a.m., District Court, Courtroom Number 4. Court is now in session for the trial of Mr. Will Powers. The prosecution is ready, Your Honor. The defense is ready, Your Honor. Got my totally real tie on. Very well. Mr. Edgeworth, your opening statement. An unexpected fact has come to the attention of the court. Yesterday, we learned that there were other people present at the studios. Today, I would like to show evidence proving they had nothing to do with the murder. Very well. You may call your first witness, Mr. Edgeworth. I wonder if it'll be that producer. Prosecution calls... Oh, so sorry. Mr. Sal Manella to the stand. Director. Oh yeah, the sweaty guy. Oh. Camera. Thank you, camera. Will the witness state his name and profession? How rude can you get? You don't know me. I'm the director. I make the Steel Samurai noob. Waffle. Can you please refrain from saying raffle in court, please? Thank you very much. Salmonella, I'm a director, television. Were you at Global Studios the day of the murder? Oh my god. Yes, Your Honor. Very well. Please testify to the court about the events of that day. Phoenix. Let's start by picking this testimony apart. If Powers is innocent, you know what that means. Someone in the trailer on that day did it. Right. She doesn't waste any time putting on the pressure. The day of the murder. Of the schmurder. I was at the studios from around 9 a.m. that morning. During the morning, I was doing, an action scene run-through. It took a lot more time than I thought it would. I hear that everyone else ate lunch in the employee area. But I had a meeting in the studio, in the Studio 2 trailer, so I ended up skipping lunch. We were in the meeting until around 4 o'clock. During the meeting, well, I'm pretty sure no one left their chairs. That's about it. The time of Mr. Hammer's death was 2:30 p.m., and according to your testimony, you were in a meeting at that time. Mr. Wright, you may begin your cross-examination. Yes, Your Honor. I'm just gonna press everything. I'm spamming this Q button. At the studios from around 9 that morning. During the morning, I was doing, an action scene run-through. Give me more information. In the employee area? That's right. There was a fight scene between the Steel Samurai and the Evil Magistrate. Was anyone else at the run-through? Oh, yeah. That security lady was sitting there watching the whole thing. LOL. She was cheering on Hammer, if you can believe it. She certainly has the lungs for it. Anyone else? Nope, just us four. I'm just pressing the Q button. I'm just pressing it. Why did it go on so long? I'm pretty sure you've already heard about this. WP twisted his ankle during the run-through, see? Oh, right, that's them. Which, of course, led to me missing my lunch. Props. Props? Rolling on the floor, starving. Me too, guy. In the end, you didn't get to eat? Yeah, no steak at least. Can you believe it? That must have been tough. Phoenix, yeah? Wasn't something about that seem odd to you? Yeah, because there were 2 plates on the table in front of the trailer. Mr. Manella. What do you want? Sweats. I went to Studio 2. I saw something on the table there. There were 2 plates, the same kind of plates as the ones in the employee area. Who ate lunch there? Good call, Sweats. I was embarrassed, so I didn't mention it. But I did eat after all. I don't like this face. I do not like it. A T-bone steak, you mean? Yeah, well, I mean the assistant went through all that trouble. I brought it to the trailer thinking I could eat it later. Clearly a man who likes to eat. I'd suspected as much, sorry. So when exactly did you eat it? We took 1 break during that meeting. I wolfed it down then. A mental image I will carry with me to the grave. Wait a second. They took a break in that meeting. That contradicts the testimony. I'll press on that one. Hold it, sir. You didn't take a single break? Well, yeah, not a one. Sweats. He's sweating so much about it. Only I had an idea. Wait a second. Maybe I do have it. Press harder. Wait a second. Phoenix, you literally my game. There we go. Mr. Manella, you just contradicted yourself. Didn't you just tell the court that you ate that T-bone steak during a break? Oops, Ruffle. Well, Mr. Manella, what's this all about? Well, yeah, I guess we did take a little break. Phoenix, great job. If they took a break, one of them could have gone to the studio during that time. Your Honor, I call on the witness to testify to the court about this break. Very well. Mr. Manella, your testimony, please. Edgeworth is laughing. The break. Who do you think killed him, chat? Who do you think killed the Steel Magistrate? Yeah. Whiff. Wait. I don't know how to pronounce that. We took a break, Raffle. But it was only 15 minutes. 15. And that's only 13 in base 12. Not enough time for someone to say, commit murder in Studio 1, LOL. That's only just enough time to eat a T-bone steak, if you ask me. It steams. I don't like the fact that he steams. I don't think it would even be enough time for that, but that's just me. Very well, you may begin the cross-examination. I'm pressing all this dude. He's getting pressed. What were you doing for those 15 minutes? Eating my T-bone steak? What else? There were 2 plates on that table. Oh, right. The other one was Divas. Sorry. D. Vasquez's plate. Is that how you pronounce her name? I ate a T-bone steak in 15 minutes. That's quite a feat. I don't have time for someone to say, hey, commit murder. Okay, and I'm still gonna... Why is that? I have to say, you look like a guy who gets through his meals pretty fast. Well, I was facing a cold, slightly chewy T-bone steak. Even I had to take my time eating that kind of food, LOL. Well, Phoenix? The testimony was too short to ring any kind of useful information. All you have to do is prove that he was able to go to Studio 1 in that time. Oh, great. Is that all? What evidence do we have? Yes! Yeah, this, because the thing went off at 2:15. That's definitely enough time to go commit murder. Yeah, because he was seen at 2 o'clock. So if they only had... Do I present evidence here? I just don't know what evidence. Him on everything, so I guess my only option is to really... I think I've pressed him on everything else. I feel like this one, I just don't know what evidence to do. And there's no red thing, so I guess I'm not in luck to the path of the scene of the crime between 2:15. Well, I guess I don't really have much to lose. What do we think, chat? I'm torn between the photo because it has a timestamp and this thing because it also has a timestamp. But I'm not sure. Because I feel like this is the correct, like, not enough time for someone to say commit murder in Studio One, LOL. I just don't know. Which evidence I should present. He says he took his break at around 2:30. That's when the crime was committed. Because, like, I don't have anything... There's nothing else that I can press him on, because I've pressed him on everything. I feel like...
Hold it!
Prove he was able to go to Studio One in that time. Great, is that all? Okay, well, we are going to go. Let's try this. Oh, I fucked up. I fucked up. So that didn't go so well. See, the thing is I don't feel like I have the right... Do I not have... Did I miss a piece of evidence, maybe? I don't... Can't miss evidence, don't worry. So then... Do I take the chance and try the photo? Because Mia said I have to prove that that was enough time for him to commit the schmurder. But if the monkey head didn't do it, did I pick the wrong phrase? I did press everything. I'm pretty sure I did.
Hold it! Objection!
What? He got mad at me. Something wrong, Mr. White? right? Wrong dude, wrong dude. Surely you aren't suggesting one of the people in the trailer went to Studio One. Hmm? Well, Mr. Wright? Phoenix, this is critical. Think about it before you give your answer. Are you claiming someone from the trailer went to Studio One? Claim it and claim it loud. But who? I don't know. I'm the world's shittiest lawyer. I'm not the... What do we do, chat? I mean, I guess worst comes to worst is I fail the trial and I restart the trial and then I suffer with the actions of my consequences. Someone from the trailer went to Studio One. Is it I mean, it is, because it's right there. Like, they could have just... Is it? Yes? Are you saying what reason is there to not assume that someone from the trailer? Get my evidence. Bro. But then the real question is how did someone get into the costume? Something that made that hard to do? Getting into Studio One? Or leaving the... Because, like, in theory, you need a key card in order to get into Studio One. And it, from previous conversations... Is it the photo? Yeah, it was this. It was the stupid monkey head. Blocked the path to the scene of the crime between 2:15 and 4. So wouldn't that make it impossible? I mean, technically, yeah. Yes. So I say it's impossible for someone from Studio 2 to have killed. Well, I feel like considering if is anything really impossible? I don't want to pick the wrong one. I don't want to pick the wrong one. Don't think outside the box. Okay. Stop trying. Okay. So no, it's impossible because the scene of the crime was blocked. But then how did someone get there at 2 o'clock? How did someone pass by at 2 o'clock? Oh wait, no. That would have been before. Okay. Haha. I thought you might be... According to the game, it was impossible. Yeah, sorry, I gotta think like video game logic, not real people logic. But I see you had at least an inkling of the truth. What do you mean, Mr. Edgeworth? It's quite simple. True, the break-in the trailer meeting came right at the time of death. However, the path from there to the scene of the crime was blocked. The fallen Mrs. Monkeyhead bared the way. At around 2:15, a strong gust of wind knocked the studio mascot's head. Ergo, when the people in the trailer took a break at 2:30, the way to the studio was blocked. Blocked by Mrs. Oh, blocked by Mrs. Monkey's severed head. Actually, Mr. Monkey, but Edgeworth has a point. And somehow I feel no desire to correct him. I believe we have seen enough evidence. I would like to relieve Mr. Manella from the stand. What? It's over? Bonk, bonk, bonk. Very well, the court's opinion on this case is as follows. We have found that there were several other people in Studio 2 on the day of the murder. However, it is also clear that none of these people could have gone to Studio 1. They, therefore, have no relation to this case. Furthermore, with regards to the photo of the Steel Samurai, given the size of the costume, no one other than Mr. Powers could have worn it that day. All that is lacking is decisive evidence that he is the one who did it. If we had that, I'm afraid I would have to find Mr. Powers guilty. Your Honor, the prosecution is pleased to announce that we indeed have decisive evidence. A witness! A witness, you say? Edgeworth? Who is this witness? Sorry, I answered the judge's question already. My witness saw the very moment when the Steel Samurai skewered the victim. Like that guy. But... Order, I will have order. I see. The court will take a 10-minute recess, after which we will hear from your witness. Court is adjourned for recess. Bonk. October 19th, 11:04 a.m. District Court. Defendant Lobby number 1. She's pissed at me. What do we do now, Mia? If everyone in that trailer has an alibi. I'm sorry, Phoenix. I guess I was wrong. Mia! Don't tell me you're giving up. If you give up, what hope do I have? Don't get me wrong. I've never given up on a trial before, not while there was a chance. Only one thing became clear in your cross-examination. People in the trailer could not have gone to Studio 1. I thought there was more to it than that. But I was wrong. That's all there is. What's gonna happen to me? It kinda seems like everyone in that courtroom thinks I did it. They think I'm a murderer. Don't worry, Mr. Powers. If you are innocent, we will prove it. I guarantee it. Leave it to us and be yourself. Be strong. You are the Steel Samurai, hero to children everywhere after all. Thanks. Okay, Phoenix. This one's for the kids. Let's do it. October 19th, 11:15 a.m. That was like less than 10 minutes. Maybe. Alright. Edgeworth, bring this witness. Court is back in session for the trial of Mr. Will Powers. The prosecution has a concern. As our witness is a grade schooler of tender years, and this is a murder case, we worry that the defense might make unnecessary trauma with his cruel questioning. Nice to see Edgeworth taking moral high ground. However, we have no choice. The prosecution calls Cody Hackins to the stand. My boy, Cody! Oh my god, he's so short he can't even see! Your Honor, perhaps you could arrange a box for him to stand on. Oh, right. Guard, please bring him a box. One of those donut crates should do. Yo, how many donuts are they? Will the witness state his name and grade in school? Witness! What? Just because you're all grown up don't mean you can push me around. Roasted. Answer his question, okay? Hey, it's you, the nice lady. I'm Cody Hackins. I'm in 2nd grade. I get the feeling this is gonna be a long, long day. Mr. Edgeworth, please remember that you're speaking to a child. Try to be gentle. Witness. Cody. He's having trouble with this gentle. You were present, you were at Global Studios on the day of the, incident? You got a problem with that? Pulls out knife in court. Please tell us what you saw that day. What, Pops? You want me to tell you and Gramps with the beard over there? Just Mr. Edgeworth is fine. I prefer bearded gentlemen. A very long day. Incidentally, photographic equipment is strictly forbidden in this world. My apologies, Your Honor. He said he wouldn't testify if he couldn't bring it. I'd like special permission if that's possible. Wait, so you're saying you had to bargain terms with a kid and you lost? Hey, I just got this new camera. Don't really know how to use it all that good yet, but I bring it with me everywhere I go. I wonder if he had that camera on the day of court. Better make note of that in the court record. Cody's camera added to the court record. He's still learning how to use it. Very well, Cody. Please testify to the court about what you saw the day of the incident. I wanted to see a Steel Samurai rehearsal just once. Found a map on the internet and went to the studios that day. I went through the woods off the path so that old lady wouldn't catch me. I was going for the studio. I got kind of lost on the way though, for about 30 minutes. When I came out by the studio, there was the Steel Samurai. It totally rocked right before my eyes. Out came the bad guy. Of course, the Steel Samurai knocked him down. Took him down. Pow! If I had my camera with me, it would have been time. It would have been the time for a shot, I tell you. Anyway, I couldn't get into the studio, so I went home. Very well. The defense may begin its cross-examination. But be gentle. Remember, you're talking to a child. This kid is tougher than most adults we see in here, honestly. All right. I wanted to steal seed. I found a map on the internet and went to the studio. How did I do this? Was that day the first time you've been to the studio? Actually, I've been there a couple of times. Never managed to get there on rehearsal day. That security lady's always yelling. Right, please continue. Chill, Pops. I'm getting to it. How am I supposed to talk with you cutting me off all the time? Jeez. Edgeworth, get rocked by a kid.
Hold it!
Off the path. Yeah, you know how the studios are in a valley there? If you go off the path a little, there's woods. That's where I was. I see. Anyhow.
Hold it!
I got lost in the woods. Yeah, I couldn't figure out which way I was walking. Man, I was relieved when I saw the blue studio doors. But guess what happened next? I came out by the studio, there was the Steel Samurai. It totally rocked right before my eyes. Out came the bad guy.
Hold it!
What sort of bad guy was it? A guy, a person, kind of tall, skinny. Are you sure it was a guy? I don't know. He was kind of far away. He's being awfully vague. Of course, the Steel Samurai took him down. Ow.
Hold it!
What happened to the bad guy? Huh? Well, he kind of didn't move. Not a bit. Like he was dead. I guess he's a real pro. What a great actor. Yes, I suppose he was.
Hold it!
If you had your camera? You mean you weren't carrying your camera then? No, I wasn't. It's not like I have it all the time. Really? I guess seeing the killing freaked him out. He went home. Phoenix. Remember, he's a child. Use gentle words, but be firm. Easy for you to say. Okay, now it's time to figure out what to present him with. Wait a minute. It literally says he always carries it, though he's still learning how to use it. And he's like, no, I didn't have it on me that day. And it's like, but you literally just said that you carry it around. standing by the studio gate. It looked like he was thinking about something before going in. Then he opened up the gate and went inside. I see. What then? Okay, I'm gonna present his own camera here and see what happens.
Objection!
I think I did it. Cody, what you just said seems, well, a little strange. Didn't you say before that you always bring your digital camera wherever you go? You were quite clear about that. Huh? Cody, you shouldn't lie here. You understand that, right? Let's go! Mr. Wright, a word with you. Uh-oh. Was I putting the pressure on too much? What is this digital camera contraption you're talking about? It's, a digital camera, Your Honor. It's kind of a new sort of camera. How do I explain? I see. Anyway, Cody, I can't believe you wouldn't bring your camera on a trip to the studios. You did bring it, didn't you?
Objection!
Mr. Wright, how cruel are you to terrorize a poor child so? I don't care if he's a child or a prosecuting attorney. No one should lie in court. That's true. It's teaching him a very valuable lesson is to not lie. What do you mean, or a prosecuting attorney? Well, Cody, just ignores him. Just ignores him completely. What? Yeah, so I had my camera. So what? You got a problem with that? And then a little box. Hold on, I gotta get something from it. Oh, my sparklies. Sparklies. Okay. So you did have a camera. And did you use this camera? What? Why would I use it? I was too busy watching. Very well. Please testify to the court about what you were so busy watching. What I saw. Yeah, I had my camera with me, but I was glued to the action. I couldn't take my eyes off it. Steel Samurai, he goes for the bad guy. Wham. Then the bad guy stopped moving. He's so strong, the Steel Samurai rules. Ah, is that all? Well, that was brief. Mr. Wright, your cross-examination. Alright, we're pressing all the buttons on this kid. Yeah, I had my camera with me, but I was glued to the action. I couldn't take my eyes off it. So you were watching the Steel Samurai? Did you watch the whole fight? Yeah, of course. You didn't turn away, not even once? No? Okay, then tell us exactly what happened. Yeah, I'm getting to that. The Steel Samurai, he goes for the bad guy. Wham! I'm just gonna keep pressing this kid. On his stupid little forehead. So the bad guy attacked him first. Yeah. What sort of person was this bad guy? I told you, a person. He was a person. How was he dressed? I kinda don't remember. I was too busy watching the Steel Samurai. I see, and what happened next? Then the bad guy stopped moving.
Hold it!
What? Huh? What do you mean, why? Why wasn't the bad guy moving? Well, because the Steel Samurai brought him to justice. How exactly did he do that? How did he do it? A samurai kick, and a samurai punch, and a samurai chop, and a samurai slap. Something like that. It's still being vague. What? Don't give me that look, Pops. How should I play this? I don't want to make him cry. But it is also giving me the option to... Cody? What? Something's bothering me. Before you said that you couldn't take your eyes off the action. Yeah? So what? Yet you missed the most important part.
Objection!
What is the meaning of this? The witness has stated what he saw quite clearly.
Objection!
You know as well as I do that he's being vague. Tell me, what kind of murderer uses a samurai slap? My point is this. Cody, you may have seen some of the samurai's fights, but you missed the most important part, the killing blow. Order. Mr. Wright. How could this be? Can you explain how he might have missed something so vital? That's the thing. Phoenix. I believe you're on the right track with this. Think, why didn't Cody see the climax of the fight? I know you can figure this out. Mr. Wright, your answer? You have ascertained that this young boy is a great fan of the Steel Samurai. Why wouldn't he watch the climax of the fight? Oh. Did something else happen? Was it the monkey? Chat, was it the monkey? Because the monkey fell at 2:15. And I highly doubt that a strong gust of wind would have knocked over that monkey head. Or do I have evidence? I don't know. Let me take a look. Oh, but I have his book. Can I use... Photos? Contains photos of... But he said he didn't take a photo. Contains photos of every victory seen in every battle the Steel Samurai has won. I don't know, it's a... that doesn't answer my question, chat. He does not answer my question. Didn't Powers get hurt? Yeah, he did. He did get hurt. Where did... Is it the book? Is it the book? It's the book. So I used the... Okay. Show evidence. Your Honor, I have evidence. Evidence? Yes, Your Honor. Why did Cody look away from the fight? Was it this?
Take that!
Here's my proof. Proof? Can I do that again? Doesn't... Oh, okay. Ha! Lost your nerve, have you? Very well, I'll ask you the question again. Couldn't watch it. Wouldn't he have watched it? So are you saying that his favorite hero lost?
Objection!
Something has become quite clear in this boy's testimony. He did not believe he was witnessing a murder. He was watching the Steel Samurai fight like on TV. The more real the fight, the more he would have watched. Okay, so, well, process of elimination. He was watching something else. Probably. Something else? Mr. Wright, explain yourself. What could possibly distract this boy from seeing his idol, the Steel Samurai, fight? What do you claim he was looking at? Come on, think of something. Think of something. Nothing. Mr. Wright, please refrain from making baseless claims. Yes, sorry, Your Honor. Okay, so it's some type of evidence. But what? I'm so confused. Camera? Oh, do I use the camera as evidence again? Present the camera. Okay. Show evidence.
Take that!
Here's my proof. What's that? The camera? The witness stated that he recently received this camera. Yes, I'm aware of that. He wasn't entirely familiar with its operations. He was trying to figure out how to use the camera. That's fair. I'm aware of that too. Ah! Correct. Why would Cody be looking somewhere else at the critical moment? Because he was looking at his camera. He was trying to take a picture. Hey! Bullseye. What's your problem, Pops? You got a thing for picking on little kids? Pressing, not picking. Good job, Phoenix. Cody was lying, too. Smart of you to realize there was no way he could just stand there watching his hero and not take a picture. Right. Cody? There's only one reason why you would have looked away from the fight, and that was because you wanted to take a picture. But having just received your camera, you weren't used to using it yet. So you missed the climax of the fight, correct? Yeah. Well, Phoenix? I bet you anything he's hiding beneath that. Have him testify again. Right. Me and me, is Your Honor, the defense would like to request that Cody Hackins testify once more. Very well. Cody? Could you please tell us about your camera? And about why you didn't take a photo of the fight? Welcome to the real world, kid. I made him cry. I didn't mean to. No photo? Yeah, you're right, Pops. The Steel Samurai had just escaped from the clutches of the villain. So I held up my camera to take a picture. The lens wouldn't open in time, so I missed it. That's all that happened. Yep. Anything strange in that testimony, Mr. Wright? I'm not sure, but I'd like to proceed with the cross-examination anyway.
Hold it!
So you did see the beginning of the fight? Yeah. Did you notice anything unusual? I guess the Steel Samurai was moving a little strange. Moving strangely. But I held up my camera to take a picture. The lenses wouldn't open in time, so I missed it.
Hold it!
The lenses open, what did you see? A person on the ground and the Steel Samurai. That's all that happened, yep.
Hold it!
Why couldn't you take a picture? The new camera has too many buttons. I couldn't figure it out. I tried to take a picture. I really tried.
Hold it!
That's all? Yeah, I told you. I didn't take a picture. I would have once I got that lens open. I really want to take a picture? Not even one. No, he definitely would have taken a picture. There's gotta be something here. Cody? Listen up, Cody Hackins. I know exactly what happened. You took a picture. Hey! Bullseye? How did you know? I see through all your lies, Cody Hackins. It's one of my powers. Wow. This feels great. Yeah, I took a picture. Perhaps you can change your testimony to reflect this, Cody. I took a few shots, but it was too late, so I erased them.
Hold it!
You erased them? Yeah. Why would you erase a picture of your beloved Steel Samurai victorious? Well, you know. Why would I want to keep a picture like that? He's becoming less and less common. Try to find a clear contradictions or some solid evidence. How can I pick holes in such a short testimony? There has to be something. Dig up the dirt, Phoenix. Find out what this kid's all about. Yeah, you're right, Pops. The Steel Samurai had just escaped from the clutches of the villain. times, so I missed it. I took a few shots, but it was too late, so I erased them. Let's see. Let's present.
Objection!
Yeah! Cody! What? Man, every time you say Cody, you follow it with something bad. I just wanted to thank you for giving me this the other day. Huh? Oh, right. What was it you told me then? I go to every live performance. I always take a picture when the Steel Samurai lands the final blow. Wazam! I got 'em all. I never missed one. A perfect collection. Cody, did you really get a picture of the Steel Samurai standing victorious over his foe? If you did, I find it hard to believe that you would just erase it. Wouldn't you keep it for your album? Ow! Mr. Wright, what exactly is this album? It's called Path to Glory. It's a collection of pictures of the Steel Samurai, all taken by Cody Atkins. He claims it's a perfect collection of every battle the Steel Samurai has won. I see. Didn't you say... Don't you find this very odd? Among all of his pictures of the samurai that were taken that day. Order? Mr. Wright, have you an explanation? The Steel Samurai had just defeated his adversary. I certainly would expect to see a picture of him himself. Exactly my point, Your Honor. No, wait, no way! Phoenix? I think we finally discovered the truth. And what a truth it is. Hiya, are we sure about this? Did he actually? Yes. I'm pretty sure what you're thinking is right. Tell them, Phoenix. Tell them what the truth is. Mr. Wright, please explain to the court what's going on here. Why was there no picture in the album from the day of the murder? Why would the boy have erased the photo he took? The Steel Samurai in. That seems like... I can think of only one reason, Your Honor. The Steel Samurai didn't win. That's why Cody deleted those photos. You mean the Steel Samurai lost? Well, Cody, I'm right, aren't I? Tell the truth. The bad guy defeated the Steel Samurai. No way! No! It's impossible! The Steel Samurai never loses. My headphones are dying. Hold on. Hold on. I gotta plug them in. Here we go. Hold on. And... Nope, that's the wrong spot. Okay. Why is this cable so short all of a sudden? Sorry, chat. Hold on. Technical difficulties. Just gotta yoink, yoink. Okay. That at least is a little bit better. I'm just really close to the camera now. Anyway. It's impossible. The Steel Samurai never loses. He never loses to anyone. Ever. Your Honor. The witness has revealed everything with his words. There was a reason why he lied and told us he didn't take it. The same reason he erased his precious photos. For Cody, it was inconceivable that the Steel Samurai could be defeated. However, Cody witnessed the impossible. He saw the Steel Samurai lose. Yet, to admit what he saw would destroy everything he believed in. That's why he lied and said the Steel Samurai won. Couldn't handle the truth. You can't handle it. Order. I will have order. There we go. That's a little bit better. Perfect. Order. I will have order. Witness. Cody, is this true? What did you see? Tell the court what you saw. Made a kid cry in court today. Cody, that day you saw the steel. You saw the Steel Samurai lose a fight, right? Okay, you're right. The Steel Samurai fell down. And he didn't move. Wow. Order, order, order. Yeah, the bread done this. Take time, have some time. Look at this. Look at this delicious, scrumptious looking piece of banana bread. That's some pretty good banana bread. You're missing out, chat. Order, order, order. What kind of stunt are you trying to pull, right? The Steel Samurai was the murderer, not the victim. And according to your witness's testimony, the Steel Samurai was the one who fell. Mr. Wright, what's going on? Apparently, we have all made a serious error. An error? What's this all about? Oh. This one? You understand what really happened? It's actually quite simple. At the end of the fight, the Steel Samurai fell to the ground and lay still. In other words, the Steel Samurai was not the killer, he was the victim. Don't you see? Jack Hammer was the Steel Samurai. Order in the court. Hold on, Cat. I have to figure out this cable. Okay. Alright. The problem with cable managing is when the cable isn't doing the one thing that I need it to do, it becomes a pain in the butt. Alright. Perfect. Readjust, get comfy. Cool. So the Steel Samurai in this photograph. You're saying the man in this costume was the victim, Mr. Jack Hammer? That's what I'm saying, Your Honor. Jack Hammer was present at the action scene run through that morning. Thus, he obviously knew about Will Power's foot injury. But wait, hadn't Mr. Hammer gone to Studio One? That's what everyone thought. But remember what Miss Oldbag said in her testimony? The day of the murder, I arrived at the guard station at 1 p.m. Did I see poor old Hammer? No. He'd already gone to the studio before I got back to the guard station. Mr. Jack Hammer left the employee area after lunch. However, no one saw him going into Studio 1. Nor was there a picture of him. He waited for Mr. Powers to take a nap in his dressing room. Then he snuck into the dressing room and stole the Steel Samurai costume. But why would the victim do such a thing? I don't know. I get it. I thought that the Steel Samurai was moving strange. So was a different person inside the suit? Pops. Huh? Me? What? Actually, there was one more piece of data I saved. Data? Yeah, a photo on my digital camera. What? Show us, quick. No way, man. The music is louder than my voice. Is that better, chat? I can turn myself up. Turning myself up, is that better? All right. I'll also move a little bit closer too. No way, man. Not if you're gonna look at me like that. Now. Sniff. Here, this is it. Well, looking at this, it's a little hard to say. I'm afraid that it could be anyone in that costume. Your opinion, Mr. Wright? I agree, Your Honor. This isn't decisive evidence. I'm sorry, this doesn't look like it's the proof we need. I'll give it back. Wait, Phoenix. Look at the photo once more. That's it, Phoenix. That photo is all the evidence you need to win this trial. What? Your Honor. May I see that photo once more, please? Certainly. I don't see why not. Phoenix, show him. There's a glaring, decisive inconsistency with the facts as we know them in that photo. He went to Studio 2? What? I missed what they said. Why is he standing in front of Studio 2?
Take that!
I think it's here. Hope I don't. That does not look like...
Take that!
Your Honor, look at this. I see a gate. Might I draw your attention to the number on that gate? The number? Ah, yes. Well, it's hard to see, but it looks like a 2. Clearly not a 1, Your Honor, correct? I believe Mr. Edgeworth sees what I'm getting at. But... that's impossible. What's all this about? Please explain so they might be shocked along with the rest of the court. I want to know what's going on. Spill the tea, as the judge says. I'll use the studio guide map. The body was found here in Studio 1. However, what do we see in this photo taken at the time of the murder? It does not say 1 on that gate in the photo. Your Honor, here's the true scene of the crime. Show the judge where the murder might have taken. Studio 2. Here, at Studio 2. I see. That would explain the 2 on the gate in the photo. Your Honor, I find it very significant that the murder took place in Studio 2. The path was blocked. As you may recall, there's a trailer in Studio 2. Now on that day, a meeting was held in that very trailer. There was a break in the meeting corresponding to the time of death. During that break, Mr. Salmonella and Miss D. Vasquez were outside eating steak. They were at the scene of the crime. The path to the trailer was blocked. So we have heard. Remember Mr. Salmonella's testimony? Allow me to remind the court. He said no one in the trailer was guilty because they could have not gone to Studio 1. But actually, the reverse was true. Only someone in the trailer could have committed this murder. They were the only ones with access to the scene of the crime, Studio 2. The defense makes the following claims. The scene of the crime was Studio 2. The person that the security guard, Miss Oldbeg, saw was the victim, Mr. Jackhammer. Mr. Hammer, for some reason, stole a steel samurai costume. Then he went to Studio 2. This is madness. No. This is court of law! Kicks him in a hole. The hole is just, a prison cell. Jack Hammer was the victim. The victim! Why would he steal a steel samurai costume? Are you suggesting he did so to cover up the details of his own murder? Well, no, of course not. Or do you have proof? Give me proof that Is he shorter? What proof do I have? Is he shorter? I feel like I don't have evidence for this one. You're looking at it. Or you were. What? Is it the sleeping pills? Oh? I like the sound of that. Let's give it a try. I have proof. You do? You do, Mr. Wright? Now they're all so surprised, suddenly I'm much less confident. I think I'm right, though. Here's my proof that Jack Hammer stole the costume. This is it. An empty medicine bottle? I found this on the table in the employee area. The same table where Mr. Hammer and Mr. Powers ate. The label reads sleeping pills. Sleeping pills? The defendant, Mr. Powers, spent the entire afternoon sleeping. He was drugged by Mr. Hammer. Then who was phoned? Wait a moment. That bottle does raise some suspicion, yes. There's no proof that Mr. Hammer used it. Your Honor, I have an idea. I don't think they could test his blood. Fingerprint the bottle? An idea? Very well, let's hear it. I want to check this bottle for fingerprints. If my claim is true, Mr. Hammer's fingerprint should show up on this bottle. The music stopped. He just dusts it right there, like, alright. Steel samurai seen by Miss Oldbag may have been the victim, Jack Hammer. The scene of the crime was not Studio 1, but Studio 2. And those in the trailer did have time to commit murder. Mr. Wright? Yes, Your Honor? Your homework is to find the answer to the following question. Why would Mr. Hammer steal the Steel Samurai costume? Also, who killed him, and why? That's a lot of homework, Your Honor. Above all, you will need to reconsider your suspicion of Mr. Powers. Ha! Get dunked on, Edgeworth. Very well. Court is adjourned. Dang. Ooh, that was a close one. We were saved by a hair, but that's all that counts. Thought seriously about going home 3 times during the trial. Me too. Really? You both seem so confident. Ha! Maybe I should take up a career in acting? As a defense attorney, this would not be a win state. Oh, like, Your Honor, test this. Thanks. Wouldn't, like, in theory, wouldn't you want to get that tested before you go to trial? Me too. Dead? Oh, of course we're kidding. You sure? I wasn't kidding. Now, Mr. Powers, we have to go make our final investigation. But I promise you we'll find the true killer by tomorrow's trial. Right, thanks, Sniff. This man looks like a lion. Oh my gosh, investigation part 3. That was a close one. Huh? Mia? Really? Too bad. I'm sorry I missed it. Maya? So, what happened? Well, I think I've got a pretty good idea who did it. Now all I need is a motive and proof. Wow, good going, Nick. Under the initial trial system, tomorrow is the last day we have. Initial trial? What's that? That's the new court system they introduced 2 or 3 years ago. They had so many cases in the system, they decided to speed up the whole process. So under that system, trials have to end in 3 days? Yeah, pretty much. Well, we've got no time to waste. I don't get it, Maya. Why would Mr. Hammer steal the steel samurai costume? What? You mean Mr. Hammer was wearing the steel costume? Yeah. But Mr. Hammer was the victim, Nick. Why would he go through the trouble of stealing it? That's what we have to find out. Well, it's pretty clear that the producer and the director were both in the trailer. It means that the killer has to be one of them. Really? Why? Because the real scene of the crime was studio. Let's go back to the studio. Hi, old bag. Sorry, Miss Old Bag. Sorry, I have to respect my elders, of course. But before I do that, I gotta unsteep this tea. Unsteep that tea. All peppermint. The old windbag sure is quiet today. You know, this place is really peaceful like this. Nick? I think our guard's down. Yeah? I bet we could even eat those donuts in the guard station if we wanted. You eat, you die. Ooh, she's alive! I was wondering about Dee Vasquez, the producer. Am I pronouncing her last name right? Because I feel like I'm not. Because I know all these names are puns or something weird, but like her name doesn't sound... I'm pronouncing it right? Huh. She has a very oddly normal sounding name. Oh, the studio bigwigs love her. So she always gets her way. She seems bitter. Do you not like the producer? Not all of them are puns. That's fair. Look, the studio people don't want me talking about her, so sorry. That's fair. It could also be a translation thing, too. Maybe it just didn't. I can see what's happening in the background. It's quite fun. Can I ask you about Salmonella, the director? Sal, he's soft, a pushover, does whatever Vasquez tells him to. He treats him like dirt, but I think he likes it. Huh? Why would anyone like being treated like dirt? It doesn't make any sense, does it, Nick? No, it doesn't, Maya. About Mr. Hammer. Arg. I heard about what you said today, cheeky whippersnapper. Poor old Hammer, you'd drag his star down from the sky and stomp on it, calling him a criminal, a thief. I won't forget this. Uh-oh, she's really pissed this time. Listen to me, you whippersnapper. My poor old Hammer would never do such a thing. Why would he steal Powers' costume so he could sneak by me? He would never stoop so low. It's impossible. Is it, though? Go to the employee area first. October 19th. I guess they're not filming today either. I did want to see them filming, just once. Lady, they can't really film when their lead is in prison, or at least current holding. He's in the hole. This trial will be over and done by tomorrow. You can come see them film later, I guess. This is where you found that bottle of sleeping pills, right? Uh-huh. I wonder if there's any other clues lying around. Whoa! No, 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 no touching. Eek! Oh, sorry, pal. Didn't mean to frighten you. Didn't mean? I almost had a heart attack. Probably like, you shouldn't be doing that, kid. I guess I can be a little dramatic at times. Ahem. Anyway, I'm here to explain the plate on that table. Oh, examine. I can't read. So you're looking for traces of sleeping pills. How? For a thorough examination, I gotta take the plate back to the precinct. But I have the capabilities to make a cursory examination right here. Our science guy can give me some testing solution. This reacts to those sleeping pills, see? If there are traces, it'll change color. Wow, neat. Well, Detective Gumshoe, what are you waiting for? Now, everything in due time, pal. I like that he calls everybody pal. Gender neutral. All y'all are pals. Well, the testing solution on the plate changed color, all right. So the food on this plate had been laced with sleeping pills? Looks like it. Oh. How goes your investigation? To tell the truth, it's a real mess, pal. Some people think we should pursue a case we already have against Powers. Some people think we should switch suspects. What do you think, Detective Gummy? Well, pal, I hate to admit it, but I'm not sure I buy the case against Mr. Powers anymore. I feel kind of bad for Mr. Edgeworth, though. How's Edgeworth doing, anyway? Mr. Edgeworth is out of control. He's in the waiting room and crushed this paper cup with hot, hot coffee in it. Whoa. Talk about burns, pal. Wow, the fury of Edgeworth. Yeah, crushing paper cups. Cups. Bottles. A bottle of sleeping pills? Well, I got some good news for you about that. Found the victim Jackhammer's prints on the bottle. Yeah, let's go. That means, yep, it sounds like the one who put Powers to sleep was none other than the victim. Oh. Alright, who's in here now? I'm sure Mr. Powers will be back soon. He'll be fine. Yeah. I'm not sure being drugged counts as taking a nap. Regular suits along with the costumes here. Those must be his own clothes. I always have mirrors in dressing rooms like this. Check my hairdo when I look in the mirror. Not quite as spiky as usual, I see. Aw, is he losing it? As his energy depletes, he gets limp. His hair. She's like, how dare someone eat the snacks before I get to eat the snacks? and let us go here. Oh, October 19th, Studio 1 entrance. Think back, Nick, to the day of the murder. Mr. Hammer put on the Steel Samurai costume. Then he left from here to go to Studio 2? Right. But why? I wonder if someone called him, like the director or the producer. The bird sounds so weird. Outside Studio 2. Hello, lady. Hey, Nick, it's Miss Vasquez. Hello? Hello? Maya, you should at least try to be polite. I'm watching the clouds. That's all she had to say, apparently. Okay. See, the thing is I noticed it way before the game probably will allow me to acknowledge it, but I gotta check out that fence. Something wrong? I don't know, I'm getting this funny feeling. Something about this just feels odd, you know? Can't say that I do. A light van for moving staff and equipment around. I really kept it in pretty good shape. Looks like it'll run fine. Well, let's go for a drive. Sure, if I had a license. Nick, you don't have a driver's license? Nerd. Incinerator. Apparently they just put this one in. It already's covered in soda. It must not be cleaned much. This. Let me look at that. Some flowers here. Oh, so pretty. They're taking good care of these. Don't get too close. That fence looks dangerous. Ah! Ah! Why would... Grumble. Is the... Okay, let me talk to you and see what happens. Excuse me, Mr. Hammer came here on the day of the murder and... Shh. Perhaps you didn't hear me. I'm watching the clouds. I'm not interested in talking to you. Do something, Nick. She's really taking me off. Oh dear. Miss Powers. You don't have to cancel the Steel Samurai. I think I'm tired of the Steel Samurai. You did it! Nick, she did it! She's... My Fey blood speaks to me. I know it, I know it. Oh dear. I was wondering if you could tell me about Mr. Manella? If you must talk about that man, perhaps you could talk about it in the trailer? By yourselves? Oh. Oh dear. Alright, lady. Why you gotta be so useless? Let's go here. Oh. As I choke on tea. Move. Trailer. October 19th. Wasn't the assistant cleaning up yesterday? Was it the assistant who did it? Honey, it still seems pretty messy in here. I guess she was still on a high from getting that rare card she needed. Nothing in here that could be a clue, just some paper cups and crumpled documents. No clues here. There's some documents and paper cups scattered about. Looks like they were designing a set to use for the Steel Samurai show. They've got some figures to show how much the set costs. I can't believe they spend that much money on those sets. The glass is frosted. I can't see outside. This far into October, the dimming daylight makes it feel like winter's coming. Okay. Let us go here, I guess. Top. Hello, Lion Man. Mr. Wright, you did very well again today. Thank you. Oh, thanks. Could you not look like you're about to burst into tears? Wow, Nick, you must have really wowed him in there. And you could could you wipe that grin off your face? Hey, WP, only one day left. Let's make it count. Yes. Though there's not really anything I can do to help. Ha 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 ha. I'm not really sure what I can do either. Well, at least she's honest. Please, this is no laughing matter. Could you tell me more about Miss Vasquez? Oh, the producer? She's well respected in the industry. They say she's a genius. A genius? She's been at Global Studios for 5 years now. Right or wrong, nobody dares tell her different these days. Why is that? Ever since she came on board, we've had nothing but hits. Global Studios was on its knees, but she picked it up and made it shine. Oh, and what? Nothing. Forget it. Only ever heard rumors anyhow. Rumors about what? As your attorney, I need to know the tea. Can you tell me anything about Mr. Manila? Oh, he used to be a minor straight-to-video director. But something in his work caught Vasquez's eye. She brought the Steel Samurai idea to him. Now everyone knows the name Sal Manila. I hear he's pretty much at her beck and call, though. Whenever she says jump, he asks how high and all that. Imagine him being at her beck and call, though I can't imagine him jumping. Phoenix! Rude. I was wondering about Mr. Hammer. He was a big star back in the day, right? But then he just dropped off the face of the earth? Oh. Yes, you're right. In fact, he was my role model when I started in this business. But he just stopped taking on big roles. That's when he began appearing in little productions at Global. How can he do that? I was really looking forward to the sequel of to Samurai Summer. He just gave up being a star 5 years ago. When the producer came to the studio? Actually, now that I think about it, that was right when Miss Vasquez came to Global. 5 years ago. All shrighty then. Let's go back here and see. Okay. Let's go back here and see. Nope. Let's go back. Let's go see if we can go talk to, what's her face? You wanna talk to me now? No? Still wanna be a silly lady? Let us see. Back in the trailer, just to double check. Old movie poster. Oh my god, that movie was the best. It's about a samurai who sings his way to fame and fortune. Ninja ballets? Yes, exactly. Let's go to the main gate. Let's go back to the employee area. Slide. Oh, gumshoes, you scared me. Examine. Let's keep examining this room, shall we? Remains of the employees' lunches are scattered around. Everyone was probably too shocked to clean up. T-bone steak on one of the plates minus the steak. Crate's still lying there. Ah, they've seen wisdom at last. Just kick it off again. The poor assistant. Let's see. Cola, candy, chips, gum. Huh? It's so normal. Sign on the dresser. dressing room door, willpowers. You need to be a star and have your very own room. Oh! Haha! Oh, hello. What are you doing here? Oh, I was just cleaning up the dressing room. Guess WP won't be using it anymore, so... What? Why? But WP's innocent. Yes, and I'm really grateful for all you've done. But... this week is the last episode of The Steel Samurai. What? No! Let's chat, then. I was wondering if I could ask you about Mr. Hammer. Yes? On the day of the murder, he went to Studio 2. Huh? I thought he went to Studio 1. He stole the Steel Samurai costume, too. What? Why would Mr. Hammer do something like that? Oh. I guess the rumor must be true, then. Spill the tea, sis. Yeah, Miss Vasquez, the producer, has some kind of hold on Hammer. She has some dirt on him. He'd do anything she'd say. He'd do anything she said, apparently. Some dirt. What dirt? Dirt, you know, bad stuff. I know what dirt means. About 5 years ago, they were filming a movie starring Mr. Hammer. They were using a new studio, Studio 2. Some sort of accident happened during filming. After that, they never used Studio 2 again. They left the film set the way it was, too. Set? Is that trailer part of the set, then? What do you mean, the last Steel Samurai? I know it's a shock, but nothing can be done to save it now. Whoever really did kill Mr. Hammer also signed the Steel Samurai's death warrant. No. Also, I heard that Global Studios is going to change its programming. They're not going to make kids shows anymore. What? Why? I don't know. It's sad, but that's what Global Studios decided. Why aren't they going to make kids shows anymore? Studio bigwigs don't want the Steel Samurai around anymore. They want to forget all this ever happened. They want it quiet, you understand? How can they just do that? What about all the kids who love the Steel Samurai? It's okay, I'm sure the kids will be fine. They'll find a new hero to follow. No, that can't be true. Maya's very upset. She's like, no, my hero. If the program just ends, they'll be heartbroken for sure. Nick, say something. Yeah. I think evidence rather than words is called for here. Eyeballs. Chat, you ever hate when your eyeballs just start burning? Here, take a look at this. And this is... a fan collected all of these photographs. The kids love the Steel Samurai. The show shouldn't be canceled just because some adults can save face. I would think you would understand that better than anyone. You're right. Oh my god, my eyeballs. Can we stop? Please? Oh, thank you. You're right. Okay, but what can I do? Well, for starters, you can tell me something. Tell me what it is Global Studios is so intent on hiding. Tell me about this accident 5 years ago. Okay. Well, I can tell you what I've heard. Apparently 5 years ago, someone died, and it was Hammer's fault. Someone died? It was an accident, of course. Anyway, producer Miss Vasquez managed to hush it up. And that's the dirt she had on Mr. Hammer? And that's why Mr. Hammer would do anything Miss Vasquez asked him to do. But it was an accident, right? Why didn't they just make it public? Well, you know Mr. Hammer was a big star back then. They were afraid about what would happen to his career if word got out. I see. You know who knows more about this? Miss Oldbag. She was here at the studios back then, you know. Thanks, we'll try asking her. If she'll talk. Aight, thanks, Penny. Alright. What, you're still slinking around? If you like the place so much, why don't you take over for me? The old windbag doesn't look so good. Everybody's doing their darndest to forget Hammer. Who did they think made Global Studios what it is today? Hammer. It's all due to Hammer. He's starting to froth at the mouth, Nick. Maybe we should keep a safe distance? I wanted to ask you about 5 years ago. Ah, she's pissed. Who told? Who did you hear that from? Huh? Nichols! Nichols? Nichols? Penny Nichols, that assistant we talked to. Oh, right. Anyway, we heard about that accident. It was during filming with Jack Hammer. He killed a man, didn't he? Whippersnappers! Dredging up dirt on someone's past like that, and the recently departed no less. I suppose you think this is fun? No, I'm just doing my job to protect Mr. Powers. And you claim that Hammer stole Powers' costume? You expect me to believe that rubbish? Or do you have some kind of proof? Proof that Hammer stole... yes. Sorry, Miss Oldbag, but I do have proof. I can prove that Mr. Hammer stole Mr. Powers' costume. With the sleeping pills.
Take that!
Here's my proof. What? What's a little empty bottle supposed to prove? It's a bottle of sleeping pills with Mr. Hammer's fingerprints on it. What does that prove? I'm sure old Hammer had some sleepless nights. Oh, and this one. Mr. Powers ate a T-bone steak for lunch, correct? Well, yes. So, this is the plate that he used to eat that steak. There are traces of sleeping pill powder on the plate. Oh, she's chill. I see. Poor Hammer. You did wrong, Hammer. Rest your soul. Miss Oldbag? Okay, you win. I'll talk. I'm tired, see? Tired of holding it all in. Miss Oldbag. You're right. 5 years ago, there was an accident. A fatal accident. What's worse, a paparazzi took a photo of it. That photo, well, it caused quite a stir. Guess who made it all better? Vasquez. She has ties to the mafia. She silenced that paparazzi. That was the beginning. After that, she became a force to be reckoned with here at the studio. I see. But you have to understand. Poor old Hammer never meant to harm anyone. Miss Oldbag. Hold on a minute. Poor Miss Oldbag. Here, take this. Photograph? Whoa, that's why it's bent. Wait a second. This is the picture. Is this the trailer in Studio 2? Hammer was supposed to fight a bad guy on top of those stairs there. Push the other actor, the man who fell on top of the flower box fence. Ooh. Ah. But how did you get this? It was a long time ago. I don't feel much like talking about it. I understand. 5-year-old photo. Well then. We're just gonna, I just want to go see if they'll say anything about the, move. Get the heck out of the way. I just want to see if they'll say anything about this. Flowers here. Wow, so pretty. Okay, cool. Get me the shekels out of here. Give me one. Ah, jeez. Main gate. Move. Detention center. Dock? Nope. Not here. I didn't mean to go here. I also didn't mean to go here. Let's... Okay, you know what? We're gonna go talk to what's-her-face, the producer. No? burn that dude's body, I wonder? I just want to be like, look at this! Look at it! I just want to... Really quickly, I'm just curious to know if I present... She's not even looking. Where? What? Where did you get that? Well, old bag. Old bag? She means the security lady. This old bag, Nick. Right. Anyway, Miss Vasquez. You hid this incident from the press, didn't you? And you used it to control Mr. Hammer. The wind. Huh? It's gotten stronger, don't you think? The wind? Your conversation interests me. Let's talk about it more inside the trailer. Nick, she went inside the trailer. Is she gonna kill me? You came. Well then, what was that you were talking about? Why is she so eager to talk all of a sudden? Miss Vasquez, you were using that incident. You were blackmailing Mr. Hammer so you could control him, weren't you? That's why he was doing kid shows for petty change. So I'm a blackmailer now? Well, that's what it was, wasn't it? I mean, sure, it was an accident, but you used it to drag Mr. Hammer down from his rightful place as a star. Oh? I haven't pulled anyone down from anywhere. Mr. Hammer's career went sour of its own accord. But you were the cause. You pressured him. And to think it was just an accident. Excuse me? What is this all about? You keep saying accident, accident. How are you so sure? What do you mean? Must I spell everything out for you? Think. What would it be if it wasn't an accident? No. No way! You mean Mr. Hammer did it on purpose? That is what I mean. She's sweating a little bit. Where's your proof? Can you prove it? Just think. Would he have let me run his life for 5 years over a mere accident? And I ran him hard, believe you me. But the security lady said it was an accident. Oh, well, she was a big fan of Hammer's, you see. She jumped on the reporter who brought that photo into the studio. She wrenched it out of his hands, she did. Gave him a few bruises, too. She's an old fool. Of course, all the reporter would need is the negatives. He could have made a copy. But he didn't. The only copy of that photo is the one you hold. Give it to me, now. What? This is valuable evidence. Boys! Who are they? And how'd they get here so quick? Are they just hiding under the tables? Professionals. They're good at erasing various things. What do you think? Would you like to be erased? What? Trial ends tomorrow? How unfortunate. It's a shame you'll have to miss it. Tell me why. Why do you want this photograph so badly? This is Mr. Hammer's dirt, no? Why would D. Vasquez care about it at all? I'm sure you'll have plenty of time to think about that where you're going. So long, friends. Boys, erase away. No! Hold it right there. Yeah, Detective Gumshoe to the rescue. I heard everything, pal. D. Vasquez. You're coming down to the precinct with me, now. Not bad. Very well. It appears this contest will be decided tomorrow then, in court. I'll be looking forward to it. I would like to think that she, takes a huge drag of her cigarette, blows it in my face, and walks away. Hey, you okay, pal? Sorry I was a little late with my entrance. I don't get many chances to practice that sort of thing. Thank you. I was really scared. Huh? Don't mention it, pal. Just doing my job. He's a little embarrassed. He's like, oh, yeah, it's fine. Detective Gumshoe? Sorry, it's just... I wanted to say that line ever since I became a detective. Okay, I've got one more job to do today. I'm sure we'll run into each other again soon. Gotta... You know, we love gummy dick shoes over there. Did I just mix up his name? I totally did. I'm just dumb. Anyway, looks like we're getting close to the bottom of this. Who's at the bottom? E. Vasquez. Be continued. Alright, chat. And see. And get this done. And that way, next stream is a whole new beast. October 20th, 10 a.m., District Courtroom number 4. Okay, Mia and her testimonies aren't here today. Court is now in session for the trial of Mr. Will Powers. The prosecution is ready, Your Honor. The defense is ready, Your Honor. Do I ever get to be the prosecution? Am I always the defense attorney? Do I ever get to accuse people of murder? Chat? Hope so. Probably not in this game. Anyway, today will be the final day of this trial. I hope both the prosecution and defense will be able to present decisive evidence. Very well, Mr. Edgeworth, your opening statement. Aww. Is it not in any game? Rude, not even in the Edgeworth games? Is he a defense attorney in those games too? Okay, fair enough. Okay, in yesterday's session, the defense presented us with a new theory for this case. He does prosecute, just not in-game, not in the script. He claims that the scene of the crime was, in fact, Studio 2. Today, I will call on people present in the Studio 2 trailer that day. Fair enough. From their testimonies, the truth will become clear. Very well. Edgeworth seems a bit on edge today. Ha! Ha! He's Edgeworth. You may call your first witness, Mr. Edgeworth. Prosecution calls Miss D. Vasquez to the stand. Miss D. Vasquez is a producer who was present in the Studio 2 trailer that day. Lady, you're not allowed to smoke in here. Will the witness state her name and occupation? D. Vasquez. I am the producer for Global Studios. On the day of the murder, you were in the trailer in Studio 2? As everyone here knows, yes? I dislike needless banter. You must pontificate? Is that word? Pontificate? That's the word I'm going with. Do it when I'm not here. Edgeworth. He's taking L's this trial. Gets picked on, gets bullied by a kid, now he's gonna get bullied by a lady. Well, Miss Vasquez, please give the court your testimony concerning the day of the murder. Nick, I know she did it. Make her pay. Right. If she's guilty, I'll catch her with her pants down, so to speak. I entered the trailer, a little before noon. Meeting began at 12 sharp and ended at 4. There was to be a rehearsal afterwards, so we went to Studio 1. I was fatigued, so I had Sal take me. At 2:30, we took a 15-minute break in the meeting. Sal and I ate T-bone steaks on the table in front of the trailer. We found Hammer's body later when we all went to Studio 1. That's all. Pontificate. Yes. Okay, cool. I have a question about one part of your testimony. You were fatigued, so you had Sal take you? The van. Hmm? There's a van at Studio 2. I had him take me in that. I thought it might be risky to walk with that monkey's head toppled over. I see. Very well, Mr. Wright, your cross-examination. This is the final battle, Nick. Let's do it. She's gonna get mad at me if I press her on shit, isn't she? Well, let's press her on all of it. By yourself? Yes. And you didn't stop in the employee area? No. You always this terse? Yes. Oh dear. Meeting began at 12 sharp. Did no one leave during the meeting? No one. Come on, let's talk a bit more about that. The witness did not come here to engage in idle conversation. Stop interrupting the testimony. The same could be said to you, Mr. Edgeworth. Please stop banging on your little desk. It hurts my ears. Rip. What were you doing during that time? Don't hit your desk. It irritates me. Yeah, Mr. Wright, as he proceeds to hit his desk. Oops. It's a 15-minute break. Oh, that's not what I wanted. Can you have someone who can verify this? Sal. No, I mean someone else. One person is enough. If she committed murder during the break, she wouldn't have had time to eat tea steak. I don't have evidence that she didn't eat that steak. Well, Nick, find anything? I kind of wish she'd said a little more. It's hard. I think she's pretty used to being the boss. But I'm sure you'll find some type of contradiction in what she said somewhere. But I don't have evidence of that. I only have the state that one. Try remembering? No. Meeting ended at 4 o'clock and the rehearsal was scheduled for 5. I would think it was between those times. You would think? Come on, all you did was just state the obvious, Edgeworth. Hold on. Good Sal take you? What does that mean? It means that what I just said. I had Sal take me in the Studio 2 van. Oh, alright. Yeah, I know what you mean, but you said I can't miss evidence, so I don't really have anything. I think I pressed her on everything. Yeah, you don't have her plate. You have one with bones. Can I use that? Can I use the other plate? Fuck it. Oh. Ha! As I thought. You claim you ate a T-bone steak. But I say you did not. What's this now, Mr. Wright? Look at this. It's a plate? I'd like to think that he just, like, pulls out a plate out of his bag and there's, like, rotting food on it. Because it's been a couple days, but, you know, I don't think it would rot that fast, but, you know, it's starting to stink a little bit, maybe a little moldy. This plate was on the table in the employee area. As you can see, a large bone has been left behind. Mr. Wright, need I remind you that it is a T-bone steak? I could go for steak. Just a big fat steak with sour cream, baked potatoes, and broccoli. Exactly my point. Remember, if you will, Miss Vasquez and Mr. Minella ate at the table outside the trailer. There were no bones! This is no bone zone. There were no bones left on the plates. The plates were bare. I like her face. Miss Vasquez, I'm gonna slam on this table all I want. Tell me, how can a person eat a T-bone steak and not leave the bone? I think I know how. You ate the bone too. You ate a boneless steak. You didn't eat the steak. You didn't eat any steak during that break. You took your steak and threw it somewhere, like that incinerator. I see. Well, what was Miss Vasquez doing during her break? Isn't it obvious, Your Honor? She was meeting with the Steel Samurai. Order? Are you saying? Yes, Your Honor. As Miss Vasquez left the trailer to eat her steak, she ran into the Steel Samurai. And then you did it. Killed him with your own hands. Or did you get your boys to do it? Mr. Wright, isn't that a little presumptuous? What kind of stunt are you trying to pull, Wright? Let him claim what he wants. You say I did it? Yes. Fascinating. And here I was worrying that today would be boring as all the rest. Very well. Let us have a battle of wits, you and I. Any day, Vasquez. Good luck, Nick. Let's see. What was the murder weapon again? Oh yes, the samurai spear? Yes. I am, as you can see, a woman of petite stature. How could I possibly use... Could you? I think you would have a great deal of difficulty using that as a weapon. Pretty much anyone would. Ha! You see? Yes. However, that has no bearing on this case. Meaning? The samurai spear was not the murder weapon. What? What is the meaning of this? The spear was found lying next to the victim's body. I have proof, Your Honor. I can prove that the Steel Samurai was not the... Oh, this. 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 Wrong, Mr. Oh, but I haven't said anything yet. I know you well enough to know by now you're going to present the wrong evidence. I can sense it too with my fey blood. Okay, so I picked the wrong evidence. Enough with all the sensing. Right, okay, here's the real evidence, Your Honor. What? If it would... It would... I mean, it did say it was broken, so, like, in theory, it could've... You could've just... I'm a little lost here. I feel... I am Confucian? Is it this? Like, using the fact that it was broken? Question mark? I could prove that it wasn't, the samurai spear wasn't the murder weapon. It was samurai spear. Was it this thing? Did this thing kill him? They hit him with the van? Like, I don't... Don't second guess yourself. Fuck it! Spear. I present my proof, the so-called murder weapon. I had it right, I just didn't believe in myself. But this is the murder weapon. Not so fast. Remember that this spear broke during the morning action scene run-through. But someone fixed the spear. It was the security lady. She fixed it with duct tape. Now tell me, how is it possible for someone to stab a man who's wearing a thick costume with this, through the chest? Order. Mr. Wright, what are you driving at? Think about what you're... Silence. I'm the one testifying here, and I will be heard. Edgeworth. Get dunked on. Are you quite sane? Are you even aware of what you're saying? If the samurai spear was not the murder weapon, then pray tell what was. How was Hammer killed? Well, Mr. Wright, can you tell us that... Can I? Can't... What was he killed by? I don't actually know. I would make a claim... Would I make a claim like that if I couldn't tell you what the... I'm afraid your confidence is sometimes unfounded, Mr. Wright. Very well, let's see this murder weapon then. Was it the monkey? Did the monkey kill him? I think it was the monkey. Or was it the van? No, because they said it was in pretty good condition. Was it the monkey? Nick! Think about this some more. Huh? No, the man still got stabbed. Oh, can I use the photo? No, Your Honor, nothing. Very well, let's see this murder weapon then. Is it now the photo? Look at this photo. There we go. What's this? Why, that's Jack Hammer standing on top of the stairs. Bonk, bonk, bonk. Order. If I cannot have order in this court, trial will be suspended. Mr. Wright, what is this all about? This photograph is from 5 years ago. There was an unfortunate accident at Global Studios. This is a photo of that very accident. Not a word of this was leaked to the outside. It was a closed kept secret at the studios. What does this have to do with the current case? Mr. Edgeworth, you still can't see it? See the fallen man in this photo? See how the fence post pierced him through the chest? What? Are you saying? Yes. What happened 5 years ago? Has happened again. Order! I want to get a little gavel in so I can bonk. Mr. Wright, continue. It's 2 p.m. on the day of the murder. Ms. D. Vasquez meets Jack Hammer outside of the Studio 2 trailer. Then she did it. She pushed Mr. Hammer off the stairs into the fence. Just like Mr. Hammer had done himself 5 years ago. Though whether she did it on purpose or by accident, I cannot say. In other words, the victim, Mr. Hammer, that he died in the same way that he caused another man to die? 5 years ago? Precisely. Ironic, isn't it? Oh ho, very creative, Mr. Wright. I could use a man like you on my script writing staff. You deny that what I say is true? Mr. Wright, let's say, for the sake of argument, that Hammer died at the trailer, as you said. Yet the body was found in Studio 1, was it not? Yeah, you just drove it over before people went. In the evil magistrate's costume, no less. Are you then claiming that I carried the body to Studio 1 and returned to the trailer all in the space of a 15-minute break? How could I have disposed of the body? The break in the meeting at the trailer lasted 15 minutes from 2:30 to 2:45. Could Jack Hammer have been pushed off the stairs to his death, carried to Studio 1 and placed inside his costume? Wasn't enough time. Indeed. Nah, she literally just said that you can drive to Studio 1. She had another way. For instance. Actually, for that matter, there was no need for her to do the deed in 15 minutes. And there was a way for you to carry that body. Interesting. Let's hear it then. Mr. Wright, please show us how she carried the body. It's literally this. Miss Vasquez, you carried the body to Studio 1, and you used the studio van to do it. Recall your testimony. There was to be a rehearsal afterwards. We went to Studio 1. I was fatigued, so I had Sal take me. There was a van there, right? I had Sal drive me. You used the van to carry the body to Studio 1, and before everyone else got there, you put the body into the magistrate costume. Hold on, Wright. Don't forget it was Salmonella that drove the van. Are you suggesting that Mr. Salmonella is a conspirator? Of course he was. He does anything that she says. Of course Salmonella has to be a conspirator. The body had to be placed in the van and put into the costume. There's no way Ms. Vasquez could have done that alone. And also, don't forget that they had to dispose of the Steel Samurai costume. They had to because it was covered in Mr. Hammer's blood. They probably burned it in that small incinerator. Well, Miss Vasquez, shall I continue? No need. You're smarter than you look, Mr. Wright. I lose, you win. It was fun. I win? Everyone's just like, what did she say? So, what happens next? Don't me. Don't you have anything to say? What would you like me to say? Huh? I lost? Something like that? I just said that. What? Wait, so you mean D. Vasquez. So it was you? You killed Jack Hammer? Who can say? Oh my god, this lady. Huh? Are you sure I did? Mr. Wright, you just engaged in a battle of wits. In the result of that battle, you proved the possibility that I murdered Hammer. Right. But that is only a possibility. Proof of another thing is all... You lack decisive proof, Mr. Wright. What? 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 Order? Mr. Edgeworth, your thoughts? Of course, it's as the witness says. Certainly. It does seem very likely she did it, but, there's no proof. Edgeworth isn't sure. Well, I came here as a witness today. If you've no more questions, I'll be leaving. What do I do now? I feel like I maybe make her testify again. What do we think, chat? I feel like it's either I accuse her again, even though I feel like that's not gonna get me anywhere, or I make her testify. What do we think? I think it's maybe make her testify again. What do we think? Oh, fuck it. You'd ask the same questions, get the same answers. A waste of time. Damn. Damn! Come so far, only to fail. It seems there are no further questions. I would like to end the cross-examination of the witness, Miss Vasquez. Edgeworth! Yes, Mr. Edgeworth? I was hoping to come up with a question while I was objecting, Your Honor. I didn't. I see, very well. Your Honor, I request that the witness testify. Edgeworth, I just did this. You are the prosecutor, are you not? Why are you badgering me? I'm your witness. I just want to hear your testimony again. Does this make any sense to you, Your Honor? I don't see that we have anything to gain by repeating the last several minutes. Mr. Edgeworth, I too see little port in making Ms. Vasquez repeat herself. What exactly did you want her to testify about? Well, yes, Indeed, verily, I say, ergo. I want to hear about what happened after they found the body. After they found the body? Very well. The witness will testify to the court concerning this matter. Nick, why did Edgeworth... Who knows? Probably realized she did it too. But... Wasn't he the one who said he always gets a guilty verdict? After all that, Edgeworth. It was with Saul and Oldbag, the security lady, when we found the body. The assistant was there too, only Powers was absent. I immediately called the police, then Powers showed up. The security lady, Oldbag, was quite agitated, pointing at Powers, saying he did it. I asked to be left out of the proceedings. I went back to the trailer to get my script and direction notes. Then I went home. I see no issues raised by this testimony. Mr. Wright, your cross-examination. Okay, Nick, we're close, real close. She may be acting tough now, but if you put her on the spot, she'll twist the truth out of her. Sal and invite the security lady when we found the body. What time was that? We were to meet at 5 for the rehearsal, so I'd say it was then. When exactly did you and Mr. Manella arrive at the studio? About 10 minutes before. I wasn't stuffing any bodies into costumes, mind you. Where were the other employees when you got to the studio? They weren't there yet. Well, then you could have put Hammer in that costume with Salmonella's help. Oh? What did I just say? Did I not just say I wasn't stuffing any bodies into any costumes? You should try to listen to what people are saying, boy. Boy? The witness will continue her testimony. Mr. Powers was taking a nap, correct? So he says. No one go to call him? Remember what? Remember there was a dead body lying in front of us, yet you expect me to be calm? Certainly seemed calm enough when I accused you of murder. Wait a second. Wouldn't it be the other way around? The other way around? You discovered a murdered body, and one person was missing, right? Wouldn't you normally go looking for that missing person? I have to agree with the defense on this one. Well, Miss Vasquez? Logically speaking, perhaps. No one there was thinking very logically, I assure you. Also, without a steel samurai costume, Power doesn't really stand out. We often left him on the bus when shooting at location. No one noticed he was missing. Poor Powers. Well, I suppose that explains that. Very well, Miss Vasquez. You may continue. I'm just pressing all of them. What was everyone else doing at the time? No one said a thing. Silent, completely silent. I stood there until Powers finally arrived on the scene. Sorry I'm late. Then, silence. Dead silence. I'm waiting for the judge. And the court? Silence. Hey, Nick. Why is everyone so quiet? Someone should do something to lighten things up. Old bag, security lady. Why did the security lady think Powers had done it? She said because she saw him going towards the studio. Did the detective arrest Mr. Powers based solely on the security lady's word? Perhaps not. She seemed to have also given the detective that photograph. Of course, I heard all this after the fact. You asked to be left out? Yes, it seems that everyone else was questioned. I'm really not fond of that sort of thing. You can't just decide who the police will and won't question. Thankfully, the studio thinks otherwise. They were nice enough to understand that since we were in a meeting. There was no way we could have been involved, thus they covered for us. Covered for you. Covered it up for you. There must have been a lot riding on it with all those bigwigs in that meeting. I'm sure her professionals helped convince everyone they didn't require questioning. Script in your director's direction notes? Yes, they were quite valuable. It wouldn't do to have them stolen. No, I guess not. Wait a second. I thought you came to Studio 1 for the rehearsal. Why didn't you bring your script and notes? Well, I was under the impression that we wouldn't be able to rehearse anything. Why? There was a murder after all. Who could think of rehearsing after that? Yeah, I guess. Very well. Miss Vasquez, please. Wait a minute. Your Honor, I have an objection to the witness's last statement. Thanks, Edgeworth. Think. Miss Vasquez said she didn't bring the script because there wouldn't be a rehearsal. Don't you see what that means? She would have had to have known about the murder before going to Studio One. Order, order. Mr. Edgeworth. What you have just said is a reasonable observation. However, I find it hard to understand why the prosecution would make such a move. Are you thinking of a career change to defense? I appreciate the concern, Your Honor. I will stand by my statement, however, regardless of how the court sees my role here. Now, Miss Vasquez, do you have an explanation? I can't believe Edgeworth is helping me. The prosecution is in cahoots with the defense? What kind of court is this? No matter. I think you misunderstood me. I had perfectly good reason to believe there would be no rehearsal. Very well, the witness will change your testimony to reflect this reason. I knew that Hammer was injured and couldn't do any action scenes, so I left them behind. How did you know about the injury? How did I know? Sal. He told me. Sal, the director? Find something to peg this on her here. Peg her! Got it. For everything we've done till now will have been wasted. I believe in you, Nick. Go get him. Alright, well... Snip was there too, only Powers was absent. I immediately called the police and Powers showed up. Pretty ladies, yeah, I'm saying who did it. It has to be left out of the proceedings. I went back to the trailer to get my script and correction notes. I knew that Hammer was injured and couldn't have done any action shots, so I left them behind. Hammer was injured? That's what everyone keeps saying, but I don't believe it. How did you know about the injury? How did I know? Sal, he told me. Sal, the director? Okay, so I'm assuming I have to use a piece of evidence. This one. You knew that Hammer was injured? Don't you think that's a little funny? I mean, it was the Steel Samurai who was injured. It was Will Powers. What? What? Mr. Wright, explain yourself. Yes. Mr. Hammer is dragging his leg in this photo. That's because he was pretending to be Mr. Powers. Pretending? One person was injured during the run-through that morning. That person was Mr. Powers, not Mr. Hammer. Now, why did you think it was Mr. Hammer who was injured? I already said it was Sal who told me. That's right, he must have gotten it wrong. I think not. Mr. Manello was at the run-through that morning. He would have known if it was Mr. Powers who was injured. He saw it happen. Why would he tell you the wrong person? Miss Vasquez. He must have heard Mr. Manello wrong, even though he said Mr. Powers was injured. He thought he was talking about Mr. Hammer. Now that you mention it, yes, I believe you're right. I'm sure that's what happened. Yeah. Nick, it's supposed to be putting her on the spot, not helping her out. Oh, right. Kind of talked myself out of that one, didn't I? Quick, start over. Miss Vasquez. Actually, you didn't hear anything from Mr. Manella. You saw Mr. Hammer limping with your own eyes. Yes, but wasn't it Mr. Powers who was injured? Yes, but remember, Mr. Hammer was dragging his leg too. He was pretending to be Mr. Powers. Ah. And when was he doing this? Well, it would have to be after he put the Steel Samurai costume on. He went to Studio 2, where he was murdered. Exactly. Miss Vasquez. You met him, didn't you? You saw the Steel Samurai limping. Mr. Hammer was in the Steel Samurai suit. That's why you were confused. That's why you thought it was Mr. Hammer who had been injured that morning. Order? I will have order. Witness. Can you refute this claim? Let's see you sneak out of this one now. Very well. I have a question for you. Kirk, why are the real killers always so persistent? Why in the world would I want Mr. Hammer dead? Yes, he'd fallen onto hard times, but he was a star. I had nothing to gain from his death. Nothing. Yes, you would need a motive. Why would she have killed the victim? If there is a reason, it is unclear to this court. Does the defense have any say on the matter? In other words, can you prove that she has motive? Yes. Okay, I have proof and I'll show it to you. I present to the court the evidence she was involved in the murder, in the schmurder. I might have done goofed. Is it this? This is my proof. This is the photo from before. This photo reveals the motive in this murder. I'm right, aren't I, Miss Vasquez? 5 years ago, Mr. Hammer was at the height of his fame. With D. Vasquez's help, a terrible accident was swept under the carpet. Ladies and gentlemen, the case currently up for trial. It began on that day, 5 years ago. Ironically enough, that incident precipitated Mr. Hammer's fall. His fall from stardom. His guilt weighed him down, no doubt. However, you, D. Vasquez, used Mr. Hammer. You made him work for you for petty change. Bringing us to the present day and Mr. Hammer's last role as the evil magistrate. Yes, undoubtedly it was a constant source of shame for the ex-star. One moment, Mr. Wright. Are we talking about motives here, yet you only have talked about Mr. Hammer? It almost seems as if it was Mr. Hammer who killed D. Vasquez, not the other way around. What motive would Miss Vasquez have? Yes, that's right. According to what you say, I would have no real reason to kill Hammer. He was a good source of income for me. And I never get rid of useful men. It's a policy of mine. Mr. Wright? Please explain. I feel like I've used everything. feel like if anything, it might be maybe this? I know I can use things multiple times. It's just which thing is it? Because like... But was he really that useful? Because like, if Will Powers is the Steel Magistrate, or the Steel Samurai, and the other guy's just the bad guy, Will Powers would have been so much more useful. So if someone... What about the man who was killed by accident? What connects Vasquez and Hammer? Is it this? I'm gonna... Oh, shit. Okay, allow me to present the court. This is my proof. And this tells us why Miss Vasquez wanted to kill Mr. Hammer. I'd say all it proves is that the defense attorney has completely lost his marbles. Mr. Wright, the court requests that you find your marbles immediately. I'm afraid I have to penalize you for this. Nick, we're so close. Think this one through, please. Mr. Wright, I'll ask you again. Please explain. Haha, oh, my marbles have been lost too. Did she have a reason? She might have just wanted to kill him. I might have done goofed. Did she really care about this frickin' monkey? No, I pressed the wrong button. Okay, well, I'll take the Yeah. Ow. I get it. Nick. Take the L. She has no motive. She has no motive, Your Honor. What's that now? It was Mr. Hammer who was out for blood. All Ms. Vasquez did was push him off the stairs in self-defense. What's that now? It's simple. Mr. Hammer was intending to kill Ms. Vasquez. What? Your Honor, Jack Hammer drugged Mr. Powers with sleeping pills. Jack Hammer snuck into the dressing room and stole the Steel Samurai costume. Jack Hammer wore the costume to fool the security lady into thinking he was Powers. Jack Hammer made his way to the trailer. For that purpose, and for what purpose, you ask? To kill D. Vasquez, who was so cruelly taken advantage of him all those years. Oh. We figured it out. So you did it. So you did do it, didn't you? Yes. I am guilty. It was me. Someone call an ambulance. There's blood everywhere. We're too late. Ah, Miss Vasquez. What happened here? Manuel fell from the trailer stairs. Was that her lover? Her husband? Manuel! Miss Vasquez, please try to remain calm. No! How could this? It was an accident. Mr. Hammer was doing an action scene and... Manuel. No! Manuel! Don't touch him, Miss Vasquez. No! Manuel. Oh. Listen, I can't read. This game has already solidified the fact that I suck at reading, okay, chat? Manuel. Please don't die. Please. Congratulations, Mr. Wright. I lose again. I just noticed that in the background, this little hut kind of looks like a little mushroom dude with a hat. He's just kind of like peeking out from like behind the desk like, what's going on, guys? Mr. Edgeworth, where's D. Vasquez? In the waiting lobby, Your Honor. As calm and collected as ever. I see. Mr. Wright. Yes, Your Honor. It appears you have brought about another miracle. I thank you, Your Honor. I think not, Your Honor. Will Powers is innocent. That he should be found so is only natural, not a miracle. Yes, you're right. Very well. This court finds the defendant, Mr. Will Powers. Not guilty. Throw the confetti! I don't know why we throw confetti in court, but... that is all. This court is adjourned. Easy peasy. Lemons squeezed. I don't know what to say. Thank you so much. I'm just glad you're okay. Yes, but it's sad. I know now that Mr. Hammer stole my costume. It's bad enough that he wanted to kill Miss Vasquez, but to think he'd try to frame me for the murder. It makes me sad. Tell me why, Mr. Wright. Huh? Tell me. Why did Mr. Hammer want to blame me? That's a great question. I don't fucking know. This music. Maybe. Well, this is what I think. Mr. Hammer wanted to put the blame on you because... Let's use this. It's because you were the Steel Samurai. Because I was the Steel Samurai? Mr. Hammer was a big star once. But he was reduced to acting in a kids' show, and the villain to boot. Kids love the Steel Samurai. And so he hated you. I think I understand. He could have just told me. I would have changed places with him any time. I think you're missing the point. Thank you. I'm just glad it's over. So am I. Congratulations, WP. Oh, thanks to you, I'll be able to don the Steel Samurai outfit once more. Can't wait to get back into that sweaty costume and... Is something wrong? No, of course not. Ah! Nick! Edgeworth! Oh, hello, sir. Yo, what is going on with your hairline, dude? Say something, right? I'm not good at small talk. What? Dude, you approached me. Not even like a, hey, congratulations. Huh? What? That was too bad, Edgeworth. You don't waste time gloating, do you? Hello, Edgeworth. No, I really want to thank you. Vasquez would have gotten away if you hadn't stepped in. Pleased to meet you. I'm Powers. Sniff. Powers, can you not go around sniffing people, please? Thank you. Edgeworth. Big fan of your work, Mr. Powers. Liar! Right? I must say, I hadn't expected to meet you again after all these years. Meet again? However, in retrospect, it would have been better had we not met. Thanks to you, I am saddled with unnecessary feelings. Unnecessary feelings? Yes, unease and uncertainty. Aren't those kind of necessary? They only serve to get in my way. You listen to me, Phoenix Wright. Don't ever show your face in front of me again. That's what I came here to tell you. That timing. Powers, put your chest hair away. No. Let this man be hairy. Mr. Wright, was that guy your friend? As if. They're rivals. Rivals, right, Nick? For now we are, I guess. Huh? Why do I get the feeling I'm missing something? They're lovers. Maya, get it right. Come on, Nick, tell me, what's the deal with you and Edgeworth? I told you. They're lovers. And so the curtain closed on another trial. I caused quite a stir by revealing that accident from 5 years ago. It was the talk of the town. Thankfully, Global Studios rethought its programming change. We went back to making kids shows again. Nick! This is it! The new show starts today. You're gonna watch it with me, right? I'll admit, I was kinda surprised. I didn't think they'd seriously go through with it. You have to buy trading cards too, okay? We have to trade with Cody and that assistant? Fine, fine, I'll do it. Isn't it great that WP gets to play the lead again? I wonder if they'll show his real face this time. I don't know. I don't think the world is ready for the real Will Powers. We did it! Turnabout Goodbyes. Brand new episode has been added. Alright, gamers. That is Edgeworth episode. Yeah, we get to be edgy with Edgeworth. But I think chat will let thank you so very much, chat. I finished the episode because I knew you would yell at me. Or at least berate me in the chat, but that's okay. But speaking of chat, thank you so very much, everyone, for joining me on the conclusion of episode 3 of Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney. Yeah, next stream will be thoughts on episode 3. It was good. I think it's starting like it would definitely like I wasn't expecting the twists and turns that it had of like, well, there was actually an entire other like place that it took place, and it I see the thing is the first time I went to that trailer, I knew something was up with that one bent um garden what the heck it's I don't know guard spikes, garden spikes. I knew something was up with that. Yeah, the fence. There you go. The garden spikes. Um but yeah, so once I saw that, I knew something wasn't really adding up, but I know this game is very particular with what. Yes, my garden spikes. Of course. Don't you have garden spikes? They keep the people out, you know? In for cases like this. You know, just push them off thing of stairs. Just, you know? Um but yeah, I sometimes with this game, it's like, okay, I know there's a piece of evidence here, but it clearly isn't the right time and place for it. And that's what makes me mad because it's like, just let me collect all the evidence and then I don't got to keep going back and forth. But I see that's what the game wants me to do. So, yeah. Episode 3 was fun. I honestly wasn't expecting that Will. Well, obviously I knew our client was innocent because that's my entire job. And, you know, sorry, my brain isn't working anymore. But yeah, episode 3, pretty darn good. It was funny to see Maya freak out over celebrities. I don't like Salmonella. He's gross and reminds me of is the only fact. LOL. Yeah, I don't like Salmonella. He was gross. I didn't like him. And the old lady was fun. She was funny. I could not read when she was babbling on. But yeah, it was a lot of fun, and I'm excited to see what episode 4 brings. It says Turnabout Goodbyes, and it has Edgeworth on the front, so reminds you of Salmonella. Like, like the. No, Salmonella does not remind me of Salmonella. It reminds me of other very cringy people I've met in my life. And Von Karma. Wow, spoilers. Gosh. No, maybe. um, but anyway, thank you everyone so much for joining me. I'm gonna head to bed because I've been up since too early in the morning, and I hope to see you guys later this week. Um, I will either be streaming Wednesday or Thursday, depending on how the week goes so far. But yeah, I can't wait for you all to join me in the next case where we hopefully will solve some crime. Not do any time, but solve some crime for sure. So, yeah, that'll be the end of today. Thank you so very much, everyone, and I hope you have a great day or evening, wherever you are in the world. Take care. Peace and chicken grease. Make salmonella have a shower. Yes. Peace.